Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Today, we are going to be feeding the coal tank as well as just hanging out, talking about shrimp, doing all the fun stuff we normally do on our live stream. So, how is everybody doing today? It looks like we got a few people in here. Got Merlost, Leah, Tim from Crypt Keeper, Jamie. How's everybody doing? And yes, it is my birthday today, so we are doing a birthday stream / fundraiser. I have 3 new tanks that I set up, and I'm looking to raise some money to stock those tanks with some pretty cool shrimp, so that way everybody can, see the new shrimp and get some cool stuff going for the channel. So how's everybody's Friday going? Been playing around with StreamYard and all kinds of stuff. All right, let's get the scrimp on here. Scrimp! Ryan says, happy birthday, old man. Yes, today is the 11th anniversary of my 21st birthday, so doing pretty good today. Jamie says, bad service, might fall out. That's all right. You showed up. That's all that matters. Zen Ginger, howdy, homie, and happy day of birth to you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, today we're feeding some shrimp envy, some complete envy. And these guys go absolutely crazy for this food. I may slap my lens on there today and see if you guys can get a better look at them. It doesn't look too bad, but it's not as clear as it normally is. Yeah, I didn't really have any plans for my birthday. I missed my stream on Wednesday, so I figured might as well do a birthday stream and hang out with you guys for a little bit before we have family doing stuff and whatnot. So had an hour I can hang out and do nothing. Yeah, these guys are going crazy. They just had a water change. Super happy, super healthy. So many buried females in this tank too. See if we can't put that lens on there. Running out of space. Yeah, let's see if that makes things a little bit clearer. Looks like it, yeah. Laura Walters, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Tim with an emoji bomb. Yeah, and for all my members, check it out. We got a new emoji this week. So the more members I get, the more emojis we can create. So we hit the threshold last week for a new emoji. So I went ahead and created that red pinto emoji. It's so cool looking. But emoji bomb, all the members. So nothing too exciting or eventful happening in the shrimp room. Had a tank that was kind of cloudy, so threw air stone in there just to give it some extra aeration in case there is a bacterial bloom. Because when you get a bacterial bloom, sometimes what that'll do is it'll actually deplete some of the oxygen because that bacteria is fighting for the oxygen in the water. So if you ever have a bacterial bloom in a tank and not sure if there's anything you can really do to help it, best thing to do is just wait it out, see what happens. But by adding an air stone, it helps to ensure that the shrimp are getting the extra oxygen they need in case that bacterial bloom is, sapping all the oxygen out. Okay, so I guess I did have some eventful stuff happen in the shrimp room. Hey, big dog, how are you? If you'll notice, I only have one red calcio in this tank. So you'll be looking and seeing like, okay, where's the rest of the calcios? I decided to put them in the calcio tank. So the calcios that I got from Aquashella are doing great. You know, the babies are growing up. I was down to one adult. So the rest of the adults from the contest didn't make it, but I was able to get some babies going. So that's good. But the babies are growing up good. I've got one female in that tank. So I moved over the three red calcios that I have left. And I left this buried female in here just because I didn't want to take her and put her in that tank with having eggs. Because when they have eggs, you know, it stresses them out to move them from one tank to another. So I left her in that tank because I figured, you know, release your eggs, release those babies, and then I could move you into the calcio tank. Plus, I don't know what she mated with. I have no idea what male found her to create those eggs. So I have no idea what kind of offspring are going to come out of that. So that's the cool thing about this coal tank is I have so many different kinds of shrimp in this tank that you never know who got with who when you see these buried females. Ryan says, still have the prego female. How long do they hold their eggs for? It all depends on the shrimp, the age, water temperature. I want to say like 3 to 4 weeks, about 21 days, something like that. Yeah. And then they can bury up right away. So they can be releasing eggs, you know, pretty often. It just depends on all kinds of factors as far as like temperature, water, whatnot. So but she should hold on to those for a little bit longer. And the thing with her is she's been such a prolific breeder that by the time she releases her eggs, she's saddled and buried again. So I can't catch her without eggs. Every time either she's held these eggs for 3 months or she's buried all the time because it's very rare I see her without berries. Lovely wife Amber, how are you, baby? Can't say that. You can't sit with us. She was talking to me, guys. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Pump the brakes. It's my birthday. Oh, it's Jamie's birthday too. Yeah. Happy birthday, Jamie. Shows you how selfish I am. Yeah. So Jamie's birthday too. Happy birthday, Jamie. We'll all sing for Jamie and myself. All right. Laura's got a story. Let's look at this. Oh my God. Let's talk about this. My Petco had crystal red shrimp in regular tanks. I said they need special water. An employee said, oh, they're fine. Also $10. Probably replace all dead ones. Yeah. I stopped buying shrimp from local fish stores because if they're not going to take the time to care for them, then those shrimp are just going to get stressed out. They're not going to make it. And you're going to end up buying shrimp just to die. So by boycotting or not purchasing those shrimp, they're not going to want to sell anymore. But it's kind of a catch 22 because if they're selling these shrimp and then they're dying to people who are inexperienced, people are going to keep buying. I'm like, yeah, I've tried. I keep buying them. They're dying. Well, stop buying them. Don't buy them from your local fish store who throws them in tap water and they don't do well. Like buy them from a reputable breeder, somebody who actually takes the time to make sure their shrimp are healthy and doing good, and then everything will be all right. Stop supporting your local fish stores who don't know how to care for their shrimp. It's like buying all the hamsters that are crammed into a cage because you feel bad for them. It's like, no, what's going to happen is they're going to sell all those hamsters, so they're going to buy more. You're just creating this economy for those terribly treated animals. Ruben says, yo, 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 happy birthday. What's up, Shrimp Pimpin'? How are you, sir? Fish Fam Link. Thank you, sir. I know that guy. Hey, Chris, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Ryan says, I don't know a single store here in Phoenix that actually does take care of them successfully. I think the Ocean Floor is the only store that I've seen. There's one guy in that section of the store that watches over all the shrimp tanks, and he does all the work for it. He does all the maintenance and whatnot. Last time I was there, I remember talking to him about it. Chris says, good. I hope Amber spoiled you today. We got Taco Bell. So I woke up, got the morning to myself for a little bit, played some video games, then we went and got Taco Bell. I'm a cheap date. I'm very easy to please. Like, she kept asking me what I wanted to do. I'm like, I want Taco Bell and I want to live stream later. Maybe eat some cake. She's like, what do you want for your birthday? I want shrimp. Give me money. I want to buy some shrimp. Besides my shrimp costing a lot, I'm pretty easy date. Doesn't take much. I like my alone time. I'm a very, very solitary person. That's great. Except when I get to share my presence with you guys. You know, that's always fun. Get to jump in here, and it's like being by myself. I get to be by myself. talk to this little green light on my computer. Ryan says, just have to pick out the ones you want, man. I gotta figure out how to meet up with Mike. My problem is me and Shelly over at Lucky Aquatics have been messaging back and forth, and I think we've already got plans for these 3 tanks. I gotta come up with the funds for it. I got some cool stuff I'm planning for those tanks. So I'll have to figure something out. Oh, there you go. Yeah, stop by. But yes, if you would like to contribute to my shrimp addiction, feel free to do so. Check this out. So become a member of the Poseidon's Pets Posse and get access to all of these emojis. Yeah, fun stuff. Crep says, are those the Missouri jeans? Thank you so much, Jamie. Definitely appreciate it. They will go towards the new tanks and all the new shrimp. But yes, Tim asks, are those the Missouri jeans? Yeah, anything with the black head spots is a Shadow Missouri. So that means that the blue bolts were most likely crossed with Taiwan bees, Black King Kongs at one point. So blue bolts are Taiwan bees, Black King Kongs are Taiwan bees. So at some point, somebody crossed them. We got a mix of the blue bolt and Black King Kong. And that's where you get those black head spots. At least as far as I know. I'm not speaking firsthand experience. As you guys know, this is all of the crossbreeding and stuff is well-kept secrets and hard to divulge any information. Hey, Shelby, welcome to the stream. But yeah, Shadow Missouri's and Shadow Pandas come from Black King Kong and Blue Bolt mixes. And you can see that Missouri up front is buried. Ryan, you didn't have to do that, man. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Yes, all proceeds are going to fill my 3 ADA Amazonia tanks. So if you would like to contribute, I've got some big plans for it. All kinds of stuff. Laura Walters, welcome to the Shrimp Fam. becoming a member. Emoji bomb for Laura and Ryan. All right, I got to change my banner real quick. That means we only need one more member until I can set up another emoji. One more member, and then we get a new shrimp emoji. Yeah, last one I did was the red pinto. So newest emoji, red pinto. Laura says, I just wanted emojis. I know it sounds like I'm promoting this for the monetary reasons, but in reality, I just want to create more emojis. I just want to have more shrimp emojis. So if I could personally like pay and just to have more emojis, I would do it. But for me to create so many different YouTube accounts to do it, it's ridiculous. I have fun with the shrimp emojis. I like creating them. I like using them. They're a lot of fun. So I'm with you, Laura. Thanks, Chris. Take care. Hopefully we'll see you later. Dinner Wolf. Hey, Dean, how are you? Says, happy birthday. All right, I'm going to shift the camera over. This is bugging me. Be right back. All right. That was my OCD. It had to be straight. I couldn't. The dish was crooked on camera. I couldn't do it. It was bugging me. Hey, my fish tanks aquatics. How are you? My fish tanks aquatics. Welcome to the stream. Tim with the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate it. He better. Laura says he better make a hot pink shrimp next for Amber. Yes, I need to figure out how I can, crossbreed a pink shrimp for her. See if I can't figure out how to make her a shrimp. Yes, sir, for the 999 super chat. You're awesome. You guys are too kind. I definitely appreciate it. And like I said, everything's going towards filling these 3 tanks. And I've already got a plan for what I'm thinking of putting in there, and I think you guys are gonna like it. But I got to keep it a surprise. But it's it's gonna be probably my most expensive shrimp order yet, which I've been asking everybody for birthday money, so that way I can put it towards that. So any family members, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want money for shrimp. Just send me money. I got tanks to fill. Story of a shrimp keeper's life. I got tanks to fill, man. Just give me money. Like, oh, do you want to go out to eat? No. Send me the money. We'll come over. We'll have 99-cent bar ass hot dogs. I got I got a $200 shrimp to buy. Shelby says, hey, Amber. Hope you guys are having fun at ADA and Aquashella. I know that's coming up. Laura says, Galaxy. We'll see. Maybe some Galaxy Pentos. Maybe some more fancy Tigers. Maybe some purple metallics. Yeah, you never know. You just have to wait and see. The tanks have been cycling for about 4 weeks now, so we still got a little bit. It's going to be some time. It's still showing some ammonia. I'm going to do another water change here shortly, but they should be ready by the end of next month. But I've got quite a few videos planned for you guys. I've got some cool stuff that I've been working on. I've moved some shrimp around in the shrimp room, so we got some cool stuff coming up in the next couple weeks. I feel like I've been doing nothing but unboxing videos for the last few weeks, but as we get more settled, as things, get more into the groove of whatnot, and now that my tanks are finishing up their cycle, and I figured out what was going on with the issues I was having. Did that shrimp just took the whole thing of food out of the bowl? Did you guys see that on the right side? He just took the whole thing out of the food, out of the bowl, or at least a big chunk of it. ADD squirrel. What was I talking about? Oh, I figured out what was going on with my tank. So my TDS pen was not working properly. So I was remineralizing my tanks to what I normally did, but for some reason it was higher GH than normal. So I had been doing water changes with water that was a GH of like 8. So I did a bunch of tests on my tanks, did a bunch of tests on my water, found out that my TDS pen was not right. The TDS was 120, but when I tested the GH, it was at like 8. So I bought a new TDS pen, and that TDS was well over 140. So my pen was off by about 20 points, which was causing me to just, dose the shrimp with too much GH. So anytime I do a water change, I would start to see, die-offs. And I'm like, what is happening? And just happened that my TDS pen was malfunctioning, but I've got everything sorted out. I started doing water changes with lower TDS water. So anywhere from 100 to 110, which is about 5 to 6 GH. So that's going to help to balance the tanks out, as well as I've been keeping up with my top offs pretty regularly. So I come in here and take a measuring cup, and I do 1 cup of water, just pure RO, into the tanks every day. That way I'm keeping that TDS stable because it's not evaporating as much, as well as when I do those water changes, we're not shocking the shrimp so much. The little things you learn when you go from 5 tanks to 16. Garden of Eater has gift cards now. Absolutely. That's the way to do it. Ryan says, hi, Shelby. Hope you guys did well during the hurricane. Yeah, last I checked in with them, Grant said that everything was good. Didn't lose power. Greenhouse is still standing. Tim says, more shrimps is always the answer, Amber. Laura says, got 2 weeks. It's Brightwell, though, so October sometime. There you go. Yeah, that's the benefit of Brightwell, is it cycles a little bit faster. Yes. Good to hear, Shelby. We were all worried about you guys. We've got lots of friends out in Florida, and, it's always scary to see Mother Nature taking over and doing its thing. Yeah, I'm definitely glad everybody's okay. I know Florida got hit pretty hard in some parts, and what is going on here? My OCD, it's not straight. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be level, or my head's crooked. One of the two. So Tim says, if you could keep just one color of shrimp, but as many varieties containing that color as you want, what would it be? What's the very first within that color you'd get? So purple's my favorite color. I know there's not a lot of purple shrimp out there. I really like the blues and the blacks. So if I could keep one shrimp, I would probably do like a shadow panda and then kind of go from there, or like a King Kong extreme with some blue in it, and try to get that going. But if I could, the purples are the way to go. That'd be my favorite. So definitely jealous of your purple metallics that you got. Your head's crooked. Laura says, orange looks good. So great on black substrate. Yeah. I wish I had put black substrate down in the Calcio tank because they kind of blend into that, cafe Brightwell soil that I have. You could barely see them in there, as well as my Tang ties that I have. Ruben says, send me your address. I'm going to send you some B-Day shrimp. Sounds good, buddy. I'll message you on Facebook. Definitely appreciate it. We'll have to figure out what tank I'm going to put it in. I got a couple tanks I can empty. Not too attached to some of them. I'm like, you go live in a coal tank. Absolutely, Tim. I know you paid a pretty penny for them, so we'll figure something out. We'll work something out. I need to set up more tanks. that's the thing, because one tank will lead to 3 tanks, because you get your breeding colony going, and then you need the coals for that colony or the extra males, and then you need to grow out tanks. So realistically, you get one type of shrimp and you need 3 tanks for that shrimp. So every shrimp tank I have, I just need to times it by 3, and then I'd be doing good. We're gonna have to buy a 5-bedroom house here pretty soon. My chat is not catching up. There we go. So I have YouTube chat on one side, and then I have the StreamYard chat on the other. Amber says, I offered to buy you more tanks. Yeah, but I need to upgrade my pump first. I can't just fill my shrimp room with pawflies. I need to get a central air system before I get more tanks. Laura says, I like shrimp that magically appear from Aquashella. Yes. Those are always the greatest. So has anybody entered into the shrimp contest, and what have you sent? What kind of shrimp did you guys enter? I know I didn't get a chance to enter any shrimp this quarter, or this trimester. So I'll definitely be ready for Florida once I get some stuff going. Once I get some stuff breeding, then I'll be able to enter into Florida. But I skipped Chicago this time. I had too many downfalls, too many windfalls to send anything that I wanted to. Shrimp Pimpin says Alita air pumps are awesome. Yeah, I've been looking at the Gemcos. So I was thinking about doing either like a 60 or an 80 Gemco, the linear pistons, just because I know they're a little bit more powerful. And I've always been one to promote overfiltration and oxygenation, because the more oxygen you can get into the water, the better off everything's going to be. The better off your bacteria is going to be, the better off your shrimp are going to be, the better off your plants are going to be. So the more surface movement, the more water flow that you can get into a tank without turning it into a whirlpool is going to be better. I've just noticed that with more airflow, your shrimp seem to be more active. And that's the same as like dosing, peroxide. Peroxide is H2O2. It just breaks down into water and releases that extra molecule of oxygen into the water. So it's definitely beneficial to have more flow. So I want to get something that's strong enough to give me the flow I want without having to bleed off too much air. So that's what I'm debating on, is just trying to figure out which pump I want, and then how I'm going to do it, because I've debated on adding more tanks to this rack, but I don't want to go too high because it's going to be a pain to work with them. And then how am I going to do the airline behind the rack? And so there's a lot of stuff I got to plan out and figure out. Plus dropping $400 on an air pump, and then probably another 100 on plumbing. I'll get to it eventually. But once that happens, then I could start adding more tanks. I can do more stuff. I could set up random tubs. I just drop an airline down and like have a tub for plants or whatever I want, which is nice. So that's the benefits of having a central airline, is you tap into that PVC, throw a tap in there, or hook an airline on it, and you can set up a tub for moss. You can set up a tub for coals. You can set up another tank wherever you want. Throw it on some cinder blocks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look pretty. So Ruben says, I entered 3 different kinds of shrimp. What did you enter, sir? What kind of shrimp are you sending? Amber says, when is Florida Aquashella? February, I believe. Tim says, do they make linear piston air pumps? Need one to run 12 tanks. Currently have Vivison brand that is way too loud, obnoxiously loud. I like the Pawflies. If you're running 12 tanks, 3 Pawflies will do it. 4 if you want to do three drops per pump, which I feel like those Pawflies, even though they give you 4 drops, I think 3 is good. Laura says, not ready yet next year. Blues are too small and orange still a little patchy. Don't have money for competitive Caridina yet. You'll get there. Keep selling those Neos. Yeah, if you work on the Neos, it's a good money maker for sure. I still can't get over how many shrimp are in this tank. It's ridiculous. Ruben says, don't get me lying. I'm sure they definitely have a pump that can handle that. I figured as much. Well, I look forward to seeing it. Hopefully Grant can take some time to, do a video on the contest, or Tim's going to be there. Crypt, you need to do it. I'm going to pass the torch to you. So the Aquashella Chicago shrimp contest video is yours. I know Grant gets busy. He's got all things going on. So I'm going to put you to task. We need you to document the whole shrimp contest so that way we can all see it if we can't make it. Yeah, February is tough, especially with, Memorial Day. So it depends on when the show is, depends on, finances, stuff like that. I would love to go to Florida. May have to just do another Texas trip. We'll see though. We'll see what this next 6 months brings, because we got some time. It's about 5 months away. Ruben says, I run a Elita 15 on 9 tanks. That's not bad. Grip says, entering some Tang Thai shrimp. What category are you going to enter the Tang Thais in? And are they just like F1s, or what kind of Tang Thais do you have? I'm all curious now, because I got some Tang Thais. Maybe I could enter some Tang Thais. See my F1 Tang Thais versus your F1 Tang Thais. Let's see how it goes, Tim. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if it has to be entered into the crossbreed or hybrid category, we're going to get blown away. There's no way, because that's the category that has, all the Galaxies and the Pintos, and there's no way my Tang Thais could match up to somebody's like purebred snowflake. Like, oh, it's been fed Evian water and nothing but the finest algae from the top of the Himalayas. I'm over here with, my shrimp eat rocks. I feed my shrimp dog food. You got them eating mineral water. Tim says he'll get a video going for it. Laura says pop flies are great. I swear by them. I used to use the Whisper 100s and would replace them every 4 or 5 months because the diaphragms would break. But once I found those pop flies, those things are great. Ruben says definitely need someone to do a video. I'll pay. There you go. It'll be a good test to your videography skills, Tim. We'll see if you can pull it off. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me, that's for sure. It was a lot of work to get that video out. I feel like I did it in a good time frame too. Amber says, nope. Come on. Uh-oh. I broke it. I can't I can't change. Okay. No more chat clicking apparently. So Amber says, nope, President's Day. I don't know what happened. Weird. I'm gonna refresh the browser. I'm gonna dip out and then dip back. Right back. Oh no. I lost the other stream. That's okay. I'll get it going here in a second. All right. Let's see. Catch up on chat again. Yeah, I couldn't bring up the comments. It wasn't working. So Amber says, nope, that's President's Day, not Memorial Day. Whatever. Holiday's a holiday. It's when people come in and buy beds. Tim says, Shrimp Pimpin', is that a sponsorship offer I hear? Was going to make a video out of it anyhow. We can make it happen. I didn't get paid for that video. I didn't get paid for my Texas, my Dallas Aquashella video. I demand a recount. This is unfair. The ballots are fixed. Tim says their F1, the only adults I have so far that I've bred, and Caradina Tiger crossbreed / hybrid. Caradina Tiger crossbreed / hybrid. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a tough category. Yeah. If you're ever unsure of what category to enter, shoot Grant a email or Shelby, or message him on Facebook. Be like, hey, this is the kind of shrimp I have. I don't know what category to enter them into, and they'll help you out. Laura says, I already got hubby to agree to take me to Chicago next year. I have a senior ID this year, so not missing his football games. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. My Fish Tank Aquatic says, I will be there Saturday. Nice. Is that Mark? No, I think that's somebody else. I met a gentleman at Aquashella in Chicago named Mark. He was a nice guy. Senior kid. You really broke it. Yes, I did. All right. 2 seconds. Let's get the shrimp back on here. Be right back. Dave, everybody, stay. I promise I'll fix it. It's not my first rodeo. I've been YouTubing for a few years now. I know how to roll with the glitches. I did really break it. Tim says, email the Garden of Eater at granteater@gmail.com for any questions about entering shrimp in the contest. Absolutely. My name is John. So yes, I did not meet you at Aquashella, Dallas. Well, welcome to the stream, John. I think this is the first time I've seen you in here. So thank you, thank you. And hopefully I'll see you at Aquashella one of these years. My name is Jeff. The Boots and Dora and Swiper. No, man, tell the story. You had so much detail. We're going to go around the room. Everybody introduce themselves. My name is Crip. I mean Tim. Not many on YouTube remember that though, so I replied to Crip. Even at the Clash, that's what I was called by most. That's okay, man. You just gotta do like me. You gotta get the shirt. You gotta make a shirt for Aquashella that has your YouTube channel. Put a name tag on there, because we're not big time YouTubers like some of these guys there. I can probably feed this tank twice a day and these guys would be okay. Name tag, yeah. It was cool. It was a good idea. I like the name on there. But now I feel weird just walking around town with it. Like for the event, it was cool to have the name on there because it made me feel official. But for wearing it around town and out in public and stuff, I'm like, I don't need my name on here. we need rippable or like Velcro name tags next time. Ruben says, Kyle, can I get a Hoya? Just for you, Ruben. Could always commission my wife. She loves making t-shirts. It's like her favorite thing to do. Like if you ask her, she's like, yeah, I love making shirts. Do it all the time. See, she made my shirt. That's her favorite thing to do. She just sits around and makes shirts all the time. Tim says, make 2 shirts for yourself, one with and one without name on it. So you have one for around town versus at events. We did. So she actually made one for Ryan and myself. So his of course doesn't say Kyle. It says Ryan. And we had 2 shirts, one with names on it and then one without. And we wore them both days at Aquashella. So if you watch the Aquashella video, like some of the footage I've got the name tag, some of the footage I don't, which it was pretty cool. It was nice to have the shirts for the event. Ruben says, I'm dead. Just for you, buddy. Hey, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Ruben says, you're awesome, man. Made my day. Look at that big golden bee. He's like, I'm just going to take this pellet. I'm going to go. I'm just. Oh, you got jacked. You got jacked. Oh. Shadow Missouri came out of nowhere. I was like, where are you going with that? Can't take my food. Amber says, I can make them. Yes, I do not love making them. No, she hates making t-shirts. Like I helped with these shirts. I helped a little bit. I helped with the design, and then I was there for moral support through some of it. It wasn't really a 2-person job, so it was hard for me to help. But I hung out with her while she made them. Pat Calcio has so many eggs. Oh my goodness. She has so many babies. She needs to release those eggs so I can put her in the other tank. I want your genetics. I need your genetics as pure Calcios. I'm pretty sure I have nothing but males in the Calcio tank right now. I need you. I need you, mama. I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to kill all your friends, and you're the only one left. Welcome to Poseidon's Pets Friday night karaoke stream. I'm sorry, mama. Never meant to hurt you. Never meant to make you cry, but tonight, staring at my shrimp. So I'm taking requests. Any requests for songs? Kevin Tam says, "How long does it take the baby shrimp to be breeding size?" 2 to 3 months. About 2 to 3 months, they'll be ready to go. So, sorry, I went forward in chat. Squirrel. Yeah, about 2 3 months, they'll be about breeding size. You'll start to see them. They grow pretty quick too. So first week they're gonna like triple in size, and then the next week, they're gonna double, and then after that they'll stay pretty small for a while, and then all of a sudden you're like, that's an adult shrimp, and it just came out of nowhere. Ruben says, I have calcios I can give you. I'm about done with them. They're one of my favorites, Ruben. So yeah, if you're done with them, I wouldn't mind getting some more shrimp for the colony. I had a nice colony going, and then when I moved, like I was talking about the water parameter issues, I lost all my dragon bloods. I lost all my calcios. So that was hard on me. I've lost plenty of shrimp in the few years I've been shrimp keeping, but the dragon bloods and the calcios, that was a hard hit. That was something that really got to me. But they're coming back. I've got some black calcios that are left over. You can see in the coal tank here, there's a few black calcios from when I crossed the dragon bloods with the reds. So I've got a few of those left, but I did lose my last dragon blood a couple weeks ago, and that was hard. The one female holdout just didn't do it. Tim says, Billy Joel, we didn't make the hybrid. We didn't make the hybrid. Do, 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 do. I don't think that's the same song, but that's what came to mind. Laura, calcios are pretty. New local Austin. What's up, B-Day boy? Happiest wishes. Thank you, sir. How are you? Are you going to be going to Chicago Aquashella? Sen says, hey, in LA. Sweet. Thanks, Ruben. Ruben says, I got you, man. I get you those calcios. Yeah, that's the song I wanted. Do you know the rest? I don't know. Is that an actual song? I was making stuff up. We didn't start the fire. I don't know the song. I just know the tune. Unless it's country, like 90s country. What is it, like emo, rock, heavy metal, anything like that? I'll know what it is, but I don't know if you guys saw the Shadow Missouri just swam across. This is reversed. This is hard to do. He just swam across the screen with the pellet. He must have won. He must have won the fight against the Golden Bee. I just saw him swimming away with the pellet. That was too funny. I asked Glass Box Hero to make it into a parody song. Not sure if he is. Only Chin with the happy birthday. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys do me a favor, hit the like on the stream. Definitely helps me out. We didn't make the hybrid. Shoved two shrimp in a tank, and they did it, yo. Sing time marches on. Shrimp marches on. Tim says, everyone go splash that like button. Yeah, I'd have to. I could make some pretty good parody songs. You can ask my wife. I grew up listening to Weird Al and um, who else am I thinking of? Weird Al, Bo Burnham, Andy Sandberg's band is drawing a blank right now. Yeah, but parodies and stuff like that. I love making parodies. I love listening to stuff like that. Some satire, good old satire. I'll listen to stand up and comedy all the time too. It is a good song. Ruben says, do you have fish? I do have fish. I have 2 fish tanks. I've got a community tank that's slightly planted with some cories, some swordtails, a couple gouramis, you know, your basic white girl community tank. And then I have a Oscar tank with 2 albino Oscars in it. That'd be a good one for funeral march. Laura said, look, teeny tiny baby by the dish. Yeah, you can't see it, but there's been a baby explosion in this tank. There are absolutely tons of babies in this tank everywhere. And they're like tiny tinies, like weeks old. That's it. Yeah, not very big for sure. There's a few generations. So like you see that little guy up front, I'd say that's about 3 weeks old. So that little guy up front is about 3 weeks old. And then there's like teeny tiny babies. Absolutely microscopic ones. Living in a Pinto's paradise. Is that like the Amish paradise and the gangster's paradise? We need to come together, get some parody songs going. My buddy Chris was trying to get me to do one. I can't remember what song he was trying to get me to do. But it was pretty funny. Yeah, songs I've heard over and over, I could just make up words to, and it goes pretty good. I was a choir nerd for a few years, and I've always loved music. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Laura says Coolio just died. Rip Maine. It was something about shrimp. I know it was something about shrimp. Well, I think it's safe to say that the shrimp have all carried the food out of this tank and spread it all over. So you'll notice that not as many tang ties in this tank, not as many calcios. I took the tang ties out, took the calcios out. So mostly what we have in here now is the Shadow Mazuras, the Blue Bolts, a couple fancy tigers, some crystals, some green apple coals. So there's still all kinds of shrimp in this tank, and we're going to get some cool colors coming out of it. I've seen some of the next generation, the babies that are in here, and I have no idea what they are. So once they grow up, we're going to get some really cool stuff out of this tank. And I know I've got so many tanks to choose from behind me, but they're all the same. So if I go to one tank, it's just going to be all the same shrimp. If I go to the next tank, it's going to be all the same of that shrimp. So by showing this coal tank, I hope you guys aren't getting tired of me just showing the coal tank all the time. But this tank has, some of my most expensive shrimp, as well as some of the coolest looking shrimp that I have, even though they're not the highest quality. Like, they're like, some of the coals that I pull out look better than, the stuff that most people like. So I'm definitely not a conformist and mainstream shrimp keeper, because I'd much rather, get this mutt shrimp that's got genetics from all over and have no idea what the lineage is, and be like, yeah, those guys are cool. Like, let's breed those. And I'm sure eventually that's, how we got all of these different types of shrimp. There's so many different colors and patterns, and that's all it is just selective breeding and picking and choosing what you like best, and then kind of seeing where it goes from there. And that's why I really like this tank, is just throw everything together. Just put it all together, see what happens. Let nature do its thing. I know we're going to get more of the blacks and the darker colors, because more of those brighter reds and stuff are the recessive genes, but over time, we can bring those colors back. We'll see what happens. Make him get you pink ram's horns. Ruben says, I'm tired of the coal tank. Just kidding. It's awesome. After I go on that long rant of why I really like this tank, breaking my heart, Ruben. Pretty sure my allergy meds have kicked in. My leg hasn't stopped shaking. We've had killer monsoons this year, and my allergies are crazy. That's why I didn't stream on Wednesday. But ADD is a fun thing to deal with, because most people take allergy meds and like going to sleep. For me, it's I drink my energy drinks in the morning, and I'm normal. Take allergy meds, and it's like caffeine. I'm sitting here bouncing off the walls, and I'll start ranting and raving about stuff. Oh, goodbye. That Shadow Misera just took the food again. Yeah, so this tank has officially been wiped out of all of the food out of the dish. So they have decided to stop the viewing of the shrimp for us. I have them in my cherry tank. Dino Nugget. Happy birthday, Uncle Kai Kai. I'm going to guess by the picture and the name that this is Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. Claritin, non-drowsy. I think it's Zyrtec, like off-brand Kirkland brand Zyrtec, but that's good. Only Chin says, I caught a shrimp in my river, and I was wondering what kinds of shrimp it was. I wish I could show the pictures to get some help. Where do you live? I'm sure one of us could figure it out. Non-drowsy? Yeah, I figured you said drowsy. I read it as drowsy. Is Dino Nugget a small blonde niece? Yes, I believe so. Yeah, I was thinking like a grass shrimp, Ruben. That's what, if anywhere, I love you too, kid. Anywhere in Florida, I would think that it would be like a grass shrimp or something. Jamaica. Oh, yeah. Curveball. Let's see. Bring up the good old power of Google. Wild river shrimp in Jamaica. How big are they? That would be a good question. Those are massive. Holy crap. A Macrobrachium, Rosenbergi. Looks like the clawed shrimp. Let's see, I'll share my screen real quick, since the shrimp have decided to move on from the food dish, and we're going to be wrapping it up here soon anyways. Beep, beep. Wild river shrimp. So if it's anything like this, the Macrobrachium, hunter shrimp is what comes to mind. I can't remember what they call them when they have the claws like that. River prawns? Yeah, giant river prawn. Aquatic insects. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a macrobrachium. Does it have the long claws like that? Ooh, Inception. No, he's tiny. Does it have the extended claws, or is it really little? Yeah, without a picture, it's hard, but I can always guess on what it would be. I'm gonna move the camera real quick. At least get some of the shrimp in the view. Hey Rob, how are you? Thanks for the birthday wishes. So you missed a epic battle of shrimp proportions. There was a food fight going on. Unironically, it wasn't your food fight brand of food. Yeah. So complete envy was what I fed today, and they ended up breaking the pieces up and they scattered it throughout the tank. But the shrimp were all fighting over the little chunks of it. That was pretty entertaining. But within an hour, they scattered the food throughout the tank. So kind of ruined the live stream. So I don't know if you can make like a heavier food. I'm just kidding. But yeah, they separated the food all out. Yes, if you would like to become a member of the Poseidon's Pets Posse. Uh-oh. Wow. Chat's not working either. And get access to the shrimp emojis, feel free to do so. Thank you, Nightbot, for the shout out. Yeah, it was pretty interesting to watch. A golden bee grabbed a piece of food and I was like, oh, yeah, this is mine. I got this. And the Shadow Missouri came out of nowhere and was like, no, bro, that's my food. And then, it went all downhill from there. Carapaces carapi were flying everywhere. He looks like the ones in the front there, the clear ones. So yeah, probably a ghost shrimp, like Ruben was saying, just a small type of freshwater shrimp. There's hundreds of breeds of shrimp, freshwater shrimp, so it's hard to pinpoint down exactly. Even in the shrimp keeping community, there's a lot of debate on genealogy of shrimp. Add a little lead to the food. There you go. Tim with the emoji bombs. Thank you, sir. We didn't start the hybrid. Vibes Aquatics, welcome to the stream with the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Stopping by to give you all a thumbs up. Only Chen says, thanks much. Appreciate it. No problem. Glad to help. I wish we could pinpoint it down for sure and tell you exactly what it was, but appreciate the love. I'll take someone popping in. Mike Fleming says, yo, my birthday is today too. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. Welcome to the stream. Ruben says, no vape today. It's incognito. You gotta. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't do things like that. I'm a good man. Tim says he had it out earlier. Yeah, I've been trying to cut back. Rob of Shrimp Envy says, "How old, Kyle?" Today is my 11th anniversary of my 21st birthday. I'm 32. I got stuff on my teeth. Don't look at that. Laura says he was dolphining earlier. Yeah. Gotta do the dolphin noise. Hey. Mike Fleming says, "Did you ever get into guppies?" Yeah, I got into guppies once, and then got into calamanus worms, calamnus, little red worms in their butt. The calamanus worms. Got some guppies from somebody local that was growing them outside. Ended up getting I can't say it today. Calamanus worms in my whole community tank, and that was where I learned about levamisol and how to treat that. So that was fun. Mom just said he was 32 to Amber. Ruben says, my back broke instantly when I hit 32. Yeah. When I hit 30, I I quit drinking. I started eating better, started going to the gym. Like I was like having a quarter life crisis or whatever. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to live to 120. But yeah, I started taking better care of myself, lost 150 pounds. So did pretty good. Probably just said, I had the 29th anniversary of my 21st birthday. There you go. Congrats. Those anniversaries are the worst, man. They just keep getting bigger. Tim says, I've been 32 for a whole 14 days now. Happy birthday, man. Chris says, you're a calamanus worms. Her back did break. Yeah, she was in the hospital for a while. It was no good. Yeah, she's definitely struggling. Not fun. I could probably move the camera to the crystals. 2 seconds. We'll look at the crystal grow out tank for a little bit. Moss grow out, crystal tank. These are all juveniles. All my adults kick the bucket. Only Chen says, how often do you go live? I'm live every Wednesday, same time period. So about an hour ago, whatever time zone you're in. I want to say it is 7:00 Eastern time. So just take an hour from whatever time it is, and then every Wednesday. Let me know when you're ready, Laura. I got tons of them. I'll give you a good price on them. And they're all healthy. This is one of my strongest colonies. They've been through me learning how not to kill shrimp. So if you want a nice hardy shrimp that's going to handle the abuse, then these are a good option for you. I got tons of them though, so let me know and we can work something out. Not from Petco, yeah. Not from Petco. All my crystals are super healthy. So New Local Austin says, what kind of leaf do you have there? Just a catappa leaf, almond leaves. Yeah, I add almond leaves and alder cones to all of my tanks. It's about time. I should get some going today, and get some cooked up. I like to parboil my leaves, so I'll heat up some water, put them all into a bowl, and then just put the boiling water on them for a few seconds. Kind of dip them, swish them in and out. That way, if there's any residue from shipping, if there's any residue from like growing out in the wild and stuff, it just rinses everything off, and it kind of makes them a little bit more supple. You lose a little bit of the tannins, but as long as you're not just like steeping them in hot water for like a half hour, you're fine. It's just a real quick like dip into the hot water, shake them around a little bit just to get off any excess that's on there. Ruben says, I'm out, brother. Catch you on the next one later, everyone. Yeah, shoot me a message, Ruben, and I'll get back with you. We'll figure something out. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, got chilly in here all of a sudden. All right. Well, it's been about an hour, so I think I am going to call it. Oh, there's a big buried female. Not sure if you guys saw that. Yeah, so there's still a couple adults in this tank, but they didn't do well because they moved from my house to a new house, getting battered with the terrible water, and then setting them in a new tank. And so I was losing quite a bit of the adults. There's a few left, but I got tons of babies in this tank, so we're good. We're good to go with them. But yeah, I'm going to end it. It is my birthday today, so we are going to hang out with family, but wanted to jump on here and just hang out with you guys for a little bit, raise a little bit of money for the new tanks, and just hang out with you. So thank you guys so much for jumping in and talking with me and spending some time with me on my birthday. Definitely appreciate it. We'll catch you next Wednesday. And next Friday, we will have a new video up. If you haven't already, go check out my video. I did a video on some pretty cool shrimp hides. Like if you look over my shoulder here, you can see I've got some. Move my big head. What is happening? I did a video on some hides that I got from Aqua Vitro. So if you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me on my birthday. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye. Gotta hit end. Goodbye. Bye.